your mama's bathroom. Oh, I'm in your mama's bathroom. And she ain't sleeping, I'm sneaking in. Anyway, what's up, people? It's your man, Urban Lover, coming from one of your mama's bathroom. Yeah, I snuck in again. Kids are asleep. The cat's right there looking at me. Meow, meow. Anyway, yeah, I'm a king. That's right. Because that's how I look at it. Anyway, talk about that game tonight. Yeah, I know I'm going to make a video Monday, but I'm going to do it tonight because I'm pumped. I'm excited. I feel like I'm tipsy. I ain't been drinking, but I feel like I'm drunk because the game had me drunk. Yeah, they were getting blown by 20-something points, and I'm going to get right into it, man. I was talking to Dan, a Laker fan, and Eddie Starr. I was telling him, I said, one thing about the Lakers that they still doing the same thing they did last year. Interior defense. It's hidden. We can't find it. You know, somebody, if you can go to somebody's grave and dig somebody back up, please do, because we need some interior defense. That defense sucked. Brook Lopez, I hope and pray. This is only 3 games. I'm not going to get on Brook, but I already told guys before, because I watched Brook back in Brooklyn. And I told guys, I said, you got to look at the point of this. Brook Lopez came from a division, you know, a conference where there were really no centers. So, you know, he was able to dominate. But I figured that when he comes to the West, that these centers in the West are going to dominate him. So, and that's what took place. These centers dominated him. Sorry for the hand movement. Yeah, I don't want y'all to be seeing all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? But these centers dominated him. So, I look at it like this. You know, they took him out. I'm hoping that Brook Lopez down the line don't get the Timofey Moscow treatment. We're going to be sitting on the bench, man. You know, look, I know a lot of people came out, they were talking about Julius Randle, you know, all on, you know, what, let me tell you something, man. What are they about fans, man? You know, y'all guys, man. Oh, my gosh. Listen, brother, listen, there's going to be some games where we're going to lose some games. This is an experiment for the Lakers. You know, Lonzo Ball is a rookie point guard. You know, Luke Walton's going to try to, you know, get him in there, get some playing time in there. He's going to make rookie mistakes. This team is still young. You know, there's not really no serious veterans on the team that's going to help these players develop. And that's what a lot of people fail to realize. You know, you can't count on Lou all day. He freaking scrub. Corey Brewer just playing, just be playing. He not really going to help these guys develop. You know, he's trying to find his own development at the age of 56. So, and Brook Lopez, he's timid. You know what I mean? Defensive-wise, he's suspect on defense. So the Lakers are going to need a veteran in order to help them propel to the next level. Other than that, we're always going to keep going through these same stagnant situations every year where we get close to games and don't know how to close them out. Even down to Luke Walton when it comes to coaching. I mean, Jordan Clarkson was freaking hot, and he sat on that bench too long. But, you know, for him to bring him back in. Should have been brought Jordan Clarkson back in. Same thing with KCP. KCP was hot. They sit him on the bench. They had Josh Hart in there. Not like Hart, but at the same time, when you got 2 hot players, you got to put them in. You know, and I figured that's what Luke was going to do. I said, well, Luke probably do, you know, the 3-guard set, you know, with Lonzo, Jordan, and KCP. He did it last year. I think it was, I told you guys this in one of my videos, that he was experimenting with the 3-guard set because when Lonzo come, I thought they would keep D'Angelo. But when Lonzo come, they're going to run a 3-guard set. Now, speaking of that, one thing I want to say is this. I'm looking at the stats right now. That front line, man, the Lakers couldn't do nothing with their front line, boy. I mean, freaking the Brow and Boogie, Nightmare Cousins, they did whatever they want, man. But the hidden secret actually wasn't really them two. I mean, we already knew they were going to dominate, but the hidden secret was no other than freaking E'Twaun Moore. Couldn't nobody DM up. And if y'all notice who's actually defending him, you know, KCP. And I'm not going to knock KCP. Like I said, he's rusty. And I'm hoping that later on down the line, we do see that man-to-man stop defense that everybody's talking about. So I'm waiting for that. But he had a good offensive game. I told people on Twitter, I said, the biggest problem with us as fans is that we so focused on the offense, we forget about the defense. Because all through Twitter, all I keep hearing is about, look at the 10 assists, or look at this, look at that, look at this offense, look at the layup, look at the dunk. But we're giving up points. You know, so what's the point of them scoring if we're giving points right back? Man, this girl need to clean up freaking bathroom thing. Dirty as a motherfucker. Hey, excuse my language. Oh my gosh, I don't know why I'm in this tub. My gosh, freaking bugs jumping it down. Get out of here! Oh, anyway, let me get back to the rant. Well, not really rant. Jameer Nelson just got picked up. I mean, goodness gracious. They picked him up, you know, after he was flying somewhere, flying to Saudi Arabia to go over there and fight somebody. Anyway, he came in, he did all right. But that's my biggest problem right now. It's not so much Luke. I mean, yeah, I'm going to say Luke a little bit. You know, it's only the 3rd game. But I'm hoping that Luke doesn't do the same. The only good thing I see from Luke so far is that he is giving players minutes. You know, the ones that need to be having the minutes. The rotation to me still is bad, though. I told you guys the starting five is going to have problems. They ain't going to be, you know, because there's no separation. The only score we got is Brook Lopez, and you see what they're doing with him. They D'ing him up. They putting, like, Boogie Cousins was up on him so he won't prevent him from making them little jump shots. So they D'd him up. They made him pass the ball to Larry Nance, all them guys. You have nobody in the starting five that actually can create their own shot, but just Ingram and Caldwell Pope. Brook Lopez is not really a good low post player. He's basically a jump shooter. He can hit, you know, shots inside, but like I said, that's over the East because you ain't really got no type of centers that he played against. Now, Kentavious Caldwell Pope came out in his first game. He had a good game, you know, offensive wise. Defensive wise, a little bit struggling. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I said, he was playing to do more, and Moore was just doing whatever he wanted, just leaving wide open. And most of it wasn't really his fault. It was just that a lot of times we got to understand. You know, and we quick to say, like, I was one of them, that we quick to say about the perimeter defense, how it breaks down. It does break down. But the biggest problem is that because these guys always got to go down low and help out, you know, our centers in them. And that's the biggest problem, you know, to switch off defense down low. Like, it's just, at the end of the day, you got to have somebody that can just basically shut their player down. And we're not getting that. So I'm hoping that KCP can bring that. But people all up on Julius Randle, telling what's wrong with Julius Randle, why he ain't playing. Two things. Number one, you got to remember he lost a lot of body fat that actually helped him. You know, based on the fact last year, man, he was bigger, so he can move guys around. He's more linear, so he can't move guys around like he did last year. And even when people were like, you know, writing him off, he came through towards the end. And that's why I say that he really needs to start at power forward. You know, Luke got him playing center. You know, it's all good and all that, but at the end of the day, you know, it take a physical toll on somebody when you constantly getting, you know, beat up down there. But I think that Luke really needs to start him at center and have Larry Nance come in and play center. You should have Julius Randle play power forward and have Larry Nance come off the bench to play center. I think Larry Nance played better center to me than Julius. The only thing about it, Julius Randle played pretty good against Cousins, but you got to remember, Cousins been in there for a good period of time. Cousins probably played, how many minutes did Cousins wind up playing? Let me see how many minutes this guy wound up playing. Cousins wound up playing like almost 40 minutes, so he probably was tired. So you got to look at that as well. He probably was tired. So based on the fact that he was tired, it was easy for Julius Randle to take advantage of that. And that's cool. And I told you guys, that second unit going to be better than the first unit. I already know that because there ain't no scores on that first unit. I mean, that, you know, that's going to be consistent-wise. Jordan Clarkson been the only consistent person on his team so far, coming off the bench. And that's why I was like saying to myself, like, why him and KCP went in at the same time? Why wait till like almost 3 minutes left in the game or something like that to have them both in? You know, you brought KCP and he sat for too long. He probably cold now. You know, and that's my biggest thing. Also the rotation. Andrew Bogut should not be getting no playing time. You know, that's me. He shouldn't be getting no playing time. You know, I'm looking like, you know, what the heck? You know what I'm saying? Boy, getting cold, man. God damn, somebody in the water for a while. Must have been another person got in the tub before I did. Anyway, I'm just ranting, you know what I mean? Because I'm in somebody's house, you know. You know, sometimes when you're dealing with a bunch of women, you know, as a king, you know, just what happened, you know, baby crowned me and made me some oodles and noodles and some hot dogs. She loves me. Anyway, I'm thinking like, listen, I would have brought Thomas Bryant in. I would have brought Thomas Bryant just to see how he played against these guys, man. I would have brought him in. But, I mean, it was cool. I mean, like I said, I was happy. I was excited that they came back from 20-something down and made a rally. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't expecting to win. I mean, I was hoping to win, but, you know, one thing the Lakers still have to learn is to close out games, you know, and that's one thing that we have to work on. But I'd say this, and I'm going to say it again. Kyle Kuzma do need to start. He need to start that small forward spot. I think Brandon Ingram need to come off the bench. I was going to say at the 2, but I think he just need to come off the bench. And the only reason why I say I think he need to come off the bench because Brandon Ingram, if you watch his game, he'll put the ball on the floor. Like a lot of time when Lonzo Ball, somebody passing the rock, he won't really take a spot. He's not really. I'm not saying he's not a spot up shooter, but he'll put the ball on the floor and try to create. And I think that it hurts his game a lot because he tried to do too much. You know what I'm saying? And I think that it would be better for him to just come off the bench and let him slowly develop. If Magic Johnson's not thinking of trading him, you know, in the near future, I think they should take time with Brandon Ingram, bring him off the bench, let Kuzma start a small forward spot. It make no sense for this dude to come off the bench. This dude scored 20 points. You know what I'm saying? You know, a bench player. You know, him and Jordan Clarkson. Only one should be on that bench, to be honest with you, in that rotation is Jordan Clarkson. This should be freaking Julius Randle, like I said before, at the power forward spot. Kyle Kuzma at the small forward spot. Brook Lopez at center. Ball and KCP. That way you got Jordan Clarkson and Larry Nance. Jordan Clarkson, Larry Nance, and you know, they should be the main two coming off the bench in the rotation. Jordan Clarkson and Larry Nance. Larry Nance should take Lopez spot. You know what I mean? And Jordan Clarkson should rotate between KCP and Ball. There's no reason for him to sit on that bench a long period of time. No reason for Josh Hart to get that, playing time. And I'm not knocking Josh Hart. I like him and all that, but the rotation is too much. You're giving too many players too much playing time. And when you do that, the guys that are hot, they sitting on the bench too long. And then when they come in, they cold. So you got to blame that on the coach for the bad rotation. So I'm seeing that again. The only good thing is that he is giving them minutes, the starters, and if the starters not showing up, he letting them roll with it. The second unit roll with it. He's doing almost the exact same thing he did last year so far. Now, it was cool and all. I didn't mind. Like I said, I don't mind that. The only thing I said at the end of the day is that Kuzma need to start over Ingram. Ingram need to come off the bench. Simple as that. Jordan Clarkson should be in that rotation, in the guard rotation. Jordan Clarkson should be getting 30-something minutes. Between him, Ball, and KCP, all the rest of the guys need to just be filling in case one of them guys get hurt. Then that's when they come in. You don't have to go deep in your rotation off that bench. You know what I mean? Let them guys, gel. You got to let them fight through it too. Like on games, because I know a lot of people want us to go to the playoff. Personally, I don't really care about us going to the playoff. I care more about the players developing. That's what I care about, because there's no point in going to the playoff and not really making them noise. Getting the first round and getting bumped. You know what I'm saying? So in retrospect to that, I'd rather for our players to develop. I'd rather for Lonzo Ball to get more playing time, so that way he can get more comfortable with the players. Kuzma definitely need to have at least 2 shooters in the rotation with him. There's no reason for Lonzo Ball to be running with a bunch of streaky shooters who really can't shoot. Like I said today, that's the whole thing in a nutshell. Ingram can't shoot. Lopez, he's going to be suspect against these top-notch Western centers. Now, he might play good against teams like Phoenix with, guys that ain't going to come out and stick him on the rotation and all that. Or Sacramento. Not really Sacramento, but Sacramento pretty decent too. Well, the West is deep with freaking centers, so Brook Lopez is going to have a problem. But like I said today, he don't even let Zubac get any playing time. He bring freaking Andrew Bogut in before Zubac. And I think Zubac is played probably much better than Andrew Bogut. Andrew Bogut he need to be on a freaking, probably a team that's bound for the playoff, as a backup center, or a center that can start for a team that's bound for the playoff. Right now, we just trying to find our identity. But it was still a good game. I enjoyed it. I love it. Like I said, you could not stop that front line, but we did pretty good, with our hustle man points. I just took out my nose, didn't it? Oh, it don't matter. We did pretty good with the hustle man points. That's one thing I can say. The hustle man points, we played hard. We did what we had to do. Julius Randle had 2 blocks. Brook Lopez did have 2 blocks though. He had 6 boards. We only played 17 minutes. It wasn't that bad. It's just that during that time we were getting blown out. So, and Larry Nance, he didn't really do too much and nothing. That's why I said at the end of the day that you gotta put freaking players around Lonzo Ball, man. You can't have him running with this squad. That's not like D'Angelo Russell when he was down there last year, man. Only person that he could count on that can hit the 3 for him is Nick Young. That's why him and Nick Young became cool after the situation, because he knew he needed Nick Young in order to make him look good. Because these guys, man, like I said, they really can't shoot. They're inconsistent. And it's only the 3rd game. I know no one will beat me up, and I'm just ranting. I'm just talking about the truth. But at the end of the day, Ingram needed to come off the bench. Kuzma needed to start. Julius Randle needed to play power forward, not center. I don't like him at center. Sometimes he played pretty decent. Sometimes he doesn't. You know what I mean? Because he's always getting overshadowed. But I think it's best that he play power forward. He can play power forward. That way, he's playing somebody much smaller than him, and he can dominate. When you put him on the center, these guys about almost big as him now. And like I said, he lost all that body fat, so he ain't gonna be able to match up with him like he used to. But he held his own against Cousin. But like I said, Cousin probably was tired, but it's still good. He held his own against Cousin, towards the end, so I like it. And I like the way Jordan Clarkson was feeding them easy layups and easy dunks. That's why I think Lonzo Ball would do just as good, because Lonzo Ball is more unselfish than Jordan. Lonzo Ball would make sure that Julius Randle will get touches, Brook Lopez get touches. That way Brook Lopez can stop and pop out there at the top of the key, because he's not good down low. And that way Julius Randle can work down low, and you leaving Julius down low with just one player who he's going to dominate. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, man, Luke Walton really got to look at this team and say, you know what? Let's run this squad. Brandon, you got to come off the bench. I'm just being honest. Brandon has been inconsistent. He had 1 game against the Phoenix Sun, but he's inconsistent. So I think that you should bring Brandon along slow, bring him off the bench. Since Kuzma is actually hot, the dude is like on fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude went from summer league on up to now. He's averaging what 13 points or something like that. 13, 14 points. Had 20 tonight, 15 yesterday. So he probably averaging pretty decent, like both 15, 16 points. You got to start. You got to start Kuzma. We can't run that second unit bull crap. Jordan Clarkson and Larry Nance should be the only 2 really come off in that rotation. Corey Brewer in there, and Josh Hart or Zubac once in a while. But other than that, all the rest of these guys should just be sitting on the bench, just holding down the seat, waiting for somebody to get injured. Other than that, all them guys shouldn't be rotated in that squad. You gotta let these guys play it through. But you got to change that lineup up, man. That lineup is going to run through a whole bunch of craziness, man. As long as they, as long as that line stand there, because you don't really have no shooters. But this video is being drawn out, and I just want to say one thing, guys, man. It was still a good game. It was an exciting game. I was excited. Even though we were getting blown out, I was still excited because it's always good to watch the Lakers, man. I don't care, man. Win or lose, man. We got to represent, man. So let's not beat the guys down, man. Let's not talk about trades and all that. I mean, I know it's going to happen anyway eventually because Matt Johnson will get tired of it. But like I said, I love these guys, man. And I just think that at the end of the day that you got to play them according to their strength. And we're not playing none of them according to their strength. That's how I look at it. I think Jordan Clarkson, like I said, should come off and back up Lonzo and KCP. And he should get 30 minutes between those three. Brook Lopez, you got to put somebody in that can really fight down low. Larry Nance is decent, but that's Julius Randle department down low. Larry Nance is a high flyer type of player where he's just basically gonna play defense, but he's mostly known for catching lobs and all that. So but Randy would definitely gotta come off the bench, man. Kuzma gotta start over him. We need some offense. You gotta help Lonzo Ball out, man, or you will have games like this all the time where Lonzo Ball gonna be struggling to find a shot because he's the only one. If you look at that starting five, him and KCP, the only two that really took a double digit of shots. Brandon was 3 for 9, Larry Nance 3 for 6, Brook Lopez 2 for 8. So got to think about it, man. Anyway, man, it was a good game, man. You guys have a blessed one. Enjoy yourself.
There's a black retarded looking man in our bathroom.
Look, I told you guys there, you have a blessed one. I love you.